Hi guys, so this is the next video of the chapter 16 series. So today we'll be looking into industrial relations. Industrial relationships, any type of professional relations between employees and employees are known as industrial or labor relations. There should be a strong employer and employee relation for the successful management of the human resource in any organization. Employee, any person who has come to an agreement to work under an employer on behalf of a compensation which could either be financial or non-financial. And the employer is a person or an organization who employs workers. Now let's look into the benefits of a good labor relation. Minimizes resource wastages, increases labor productivity, minimizes employee turnover, minimizes employee absenteeism, will create a motivated workspace, minimizes industrial disputes, but bad labor relationship would result in weakens the business procedures due to strikes, labor crisis, etc. Decline in the employee productivity, which then decreases the efficiency and effectiveness of the entire firm. It diminishes the morale of the employees. Wastage of resources. Now let's look into the rights of employees. Rights of employees can be treated as entitlements and privileges received by the employees from service agreements, ordinance, acts, etc. to perform their tasks properly. Now let's look into few employee rights. To receive salaries sufficient for their services provided. A sound and safe work environment. Leave entitlements, work-life balance, etc. Now let's look into few responsibilities of the employees. Working towards the achievement of organizational goals, behaving well at the workplace, performing the duties in accordance with the service agreement, using organizational resources carefully. Now let's look into the duties of employees. Performing employee duties properly, working eagerly towards the development of the business, not revealing business secrets to outsiders, protecting the goodwill of the business and developing it. Now, let's look into employer rights. Ability to function in accordance with the prevailing regulations, getting the work done in accordance with the service agreement. Right of terminating employees when there is excess of employees or when the employees are not suitable for the business in accordance with their service agreement and agreed principles. Let's look into few employer responsibilities. Maintaining a strong disciplinary procedure, maintenance of reasonable salary scales and a pleasant work environment. Pay agreed salary, paying the salary on the given date or prior to that. Now let's look into few duties of employers. Fulfilling employee responsibilities properly, assuring job security, creating a suitable work environment, listening to employees' reasonable requests and solving them. Industrial disputes, job related disputes that arises between employers and employees are known as industrial disputes. Following are some of the effects faced by the employer due to industrial dispute. Inability to carry on business activities continuously, damaging the goodwill of the business, disturbing the industrial harmony, losing the market share, inability to compete with competitors, financial losses and damages to the resources of the organization. Following are some negative consequences of the industrial disputes to the employee. Not receiving salary on time, which then affects their living standard. The good relationship with the employer damages due to the breaches of industrial harmony, disturbing the future promotions, training, scholarships, etc. Following are the negative consequences of industrial disputes to the customers. Increase in the prices of products since the company would increase the price to cover their losses, etc. Due to work stoppages, there would be scarcity of that product in the market. Consumer has to switch to other products, but in some cases, there won't be any alternatives, making it difficult for customers to fulfill their needs and wants. Trade union, an organization voluntarily established by the employers or employees of a particular industrial field in order to gain and protect their professional rights is known as trade union. Now, few aims of a trade unions are to gain a reasonable salary and a pleasant working environment for employees, to get the working hours reduced, to get protection from job related accidents and health problems, to participate in management decisions made in the firm, to assure job security, getting adequate training and development. In order to obtain their rights, they would involve in the following activities: collective bargaining, work to rule, go slow, working dressed with a black stripe, abstaining from working overtime, sit-ins, boycott, sabotage, picketing, fasting, taking leaves collectively, token strike, continuous strikes. Now let's look into each of them briefly. Collective bargaining, the negotiating process between the management and the trade union in order to achieve the aims of employees is called as collective bargaining. Work to rule, following every single rule and regulations and doing a small quantity of work without working any extra time, even though when work is available, is known as work to rule. It is about performing the authorized duties only that have been assigned legally. This slows down work and adds cost to the firm. Go slow. Go slow occurs when workers deliberately work slow, even though the job is performed accurately, voluntarily taking a longer time to finish each task. This results in slowing down of business activities, and the cost and the inefficiency of the business increases. Working dressed with a black stripe. Working with a black stripe tied in the hand or head is another method of showing their protest. Abstain from working overtime. Abstain from working overtime means workers refusing to work more than their normal working hours. Sit-ins. Sit-ins means employees do not allow to close the business premises and also they do not perform duties. Even though the employees are in the business premises, they do not engage in any business activity. Boycott. Boycott means stoppage of work of both employees and machines to stop the business operational process. Sabotage. Sabotage means locking up of the machineries by the employees or removing a small part of the machines to avoid its functioning. Picketing. Picketing is a protesting of the employees showing banners, posters, notices in free time like lunch breaks. Picketing is used to give some hint to the employer regarding a strike. Fasting. A fast happens when the employees protest to win their demand without consuming any food or drink. Token strike. Being away from duties during a particular period such as a day or a half day after informing the management is considered as token strike. Continuous strike. Employees completely stop working due to failure of gaining their demands through negotiations or any other protesting campaigns and involve in strike for until when their demand is resolved is known as continuous strike. Following are the negative consequences of a strike to the employer. Breaking down of the production process, decreases the sales and inability to supply the orders on time, damaging the goodwill of the business, weak cash flowing into the business and facing liquidity problems, decreasing the number of customers and also the customers shift to competitors, losing the suppliers, decreasing the profit, decreasing the profitability due to employee unrest, weak industrial relation, increasing labor turnover. Now, following are some of the negative consequences of strikes to the economy. Increase in social problems, it disturbs the civil life of public, creates a scarcity of products in the market, thus increases in the prices of products. Following are some actions that can be taken by the employers to avoid industrial actions: lockout, vacated of post, strike replacement, mutual aid pact, shift of production. Now let's look into each of them individually. Lockout. Employees can close the workplace, temporary stop of work of employees, or terminate some employees from the job in order to make them obey to work according to the desired level. Vacated of post. The employer does not allow employees who engaged in strike to come to work and it's considered that they have already left the job because of their involvement in strike. strike replacement. Here, the duties of the employees in the strike are covered using the employees who are not representing the trade union. Mutual aid pact. This means obtaining the financial aid from other organizations who engage in the same industry to cover the lost income in the strike period. Shift of production. Shift of production means the shifting of production activities to other branches which are not in strike or branches in a different location. Collective agreement. The agreed settlement between employers and employees in connection with a particular dispute is known as the collective agreement. This agreement has been prepared to avoid industrial disputes and to safeguard the privileges, rights, and responsibilities of both employees and employers. This is a result of collective bargaining, and once the agreement is published in the Government Gazette with the approval of Commissioner of Labour, it becomes a legal document. Normally, this agreement is valid for a period of 3 years. Aims of a collective agreement: safeguarding the privileges, rights, and responsibilities of the employees and employers, creating industrial harmony by preventing industrial disputes, obtaining more benefits in comparison to the ones which have been provided by the Industrial Acts and Ordinance Act. Benefits of a collective agreement to the employer: ability to solve industrial disputes easily, the survival of the business is ensured, ability to manage the business without any difficulty, ability to create a loyal and satisfied group of employees. Benefits of a collective agreement to the employee: ensuring that the agreed privileges and benefits will be received, protecting employee rights, ability to receive better benefits than the ones entitled by the Industrial Acts and Ordinance, ensures employees' safety. So that's it with this video, guys. Please do like and share to learn and let others learn. Thank you.
Created using Powtoon.